Eddie, good to see you.
Al, it is always good to see you.
Thank you. Last time we saw each other, we were sitting down at the SNL studios, and you were about to host. And I did not realize this. You won an Emmy for your guest hosting. It seems inconceivable to me that you had not won an Emmy award before this.
Yeah, and that didn't win one, no. But that made this one all the more sweeter. Winning for going back after 36 years and for Saturday Night Live was the equivalent of winning a basketball game at the buzzer where you dunk and you explode the backboard, shatter the backboard. It was a backboard shatter moment.
It was a terrific show. I remember thinking, wow, that was worth the wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm so glad that I went back and look forward to going back again.
Oh, great. Well, I cannot wait. Speaking of, worth the wait, 33 years since the first Coming to America.
Yeah.
Does it seem incredible to you? I mean, when I think of it, it doesn't seem like it's been 33 years.
It feels like that was a long time ago. What's amazing is that usually sequels come like right after the movie. I don't know if there's been a case where the sequel came 33 years later.
It is a long time between sequels. Was it tough putting the robes back on, getting into the regal outfits?
No, because I kind of dress like that around the house. You see the background. No, it wasn't tough getting back to playing that character. That movie is came kind of like a cult movie, and it's on TV all the time. I see it all the time, and it's around, so it was easy to reconnect with the character.
When I was watching the movie, and I didn't think about this because the first one, was obviously long ago. But in watching it, I thought, you know what? This movie, Zamunda, was Wakanda before Wakanda.
Coming to America, the original Coming to America is the very first movie in the history of movies that has an all-black cast that was successful all around the world. All around the world. Yeah. Are there white folks in Black Panther movie? I didn't see the whole movie.
Yeah, there are some.
Okay, well, then Coming to America is the only movie ever in the history of the movie business with the whole cast is black, with the exception of Louis Anderson.
Right.
Actually, here's a good story. Louis Anderson, and I love Louis. Louis Anderson is in the original Coming to America because the whole cast was black, and the studio was like, we have to have somebody white in the movie. We're not making this movie without somebody white in it. It was really, so I was like, well, who's the funniest white guy around? And a friend of mine, Louis is perfect. And that's how Louis wound up in the movie. Craig Brewer, who directed this movie, did an amazing job at capturing the spirit of the original movie and connecting those dots. And I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
You know what I thought was interesting in that the spirit of the original was there, but it is truly, it's a movie set in 2021, and that there is a lot of female empowerment. I don't think I'm giving anything away, but there's a lot of female empowerment in this movie.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, it's all timely. We worked on the script for 4 years, and all the elements that are in the script, that's from all the themes in the movie. It was important that the film had universal themes like the original Coming to America. That's why Coming to America is successful all around the world, because it's with all black folks, because it's universal themes. It's not local stuff. Usually when we tell our stories, we tell our local stories, and on the other side of the world, they don't give a about our local stories with black folks. Really, movies with black people around the world, go see our movies. The reason they go see Coming to America, they are coming to America around the world, is because universal themes. So the themes that are in this picture, love and family and tradition and doing the right thing, those are those are, and female empowerment. Those are all, universal themes. Universal themes.
There are obviously new elements to it, but the things that people loved about the first, including the barbershop, all back.
You can't do Coming to America without the barbers. You have to. You had to have all those characters. I felt like you had to have all the special effects, makeup characters. You had to have them. My favorite is Randy Watson. He's funny. He's my favorite one. I mean, the barber is funny. The barbers are funny, and the old Jewish guy are funny. But the one that really tickles me is Randy Watson.
When you channel those characters, is it hard not to? Because I always thought it would be hard not to break up doing them, because
break up sometimes.
Do you?
Yeah, sometimes if you look at some of the outtakes, you'll see we start laughing. Absolutely. Sometimes I break up, and sometimes another actor will break me up. So we break up on the set sometimes, because sometimes you're doing something really, really funny, and you will break up. In between shots, there was a lot of raucous laughter on this movie. There's a lot of laughter.
What a lot of times you don't think of, although it's very funny because thanks to My Name is Dolomite, I never thought of Wesley Snipes as a really funny comic actor, but he showed his chops there and brings them out even in this movie too. Did you know?
I knew before Dolomite is My Name, because you got to remember Wesley Snipes came on the scene before he became the big action star. He did all different types of stuff. You have White Men Can't Jump, very funny. Tu Wong Fu, very funny. Like Wesley Snipes has always been really like this versatile guy that could do anything. So I knew going in that he was funny.
When you do a movie like this, where there is so much anticipation for this movie. I can only imagine maybe Beverly Hills Cop, the movie that people have been clamoring for. Does that put extra pressure on you, or do you feel that pressure?
I don't feel any pressure at all. Pressure and stuff like that. You feel stuff like that when you're just starting out in the business. I've been making movies for 40 years, and it's just another day at work. Now I was aware that Coming to America had become this cult movie, and there were people, they're fans that have a lot invested in it. And they don't want it to be bad because it'll taint the other picture. I kind of knew that was going on, and that was in the back of my head when we were developing, but not pressure. Just it was like, hey, this has to be right. That's why the script took so long. Took 4 years because the script just wasn't right. Same thing with Beverly Hills Cop. They've been trying to get a Beverly Hills Cop together for 10 years, but the script has to be right. I told you guys, I'm not doing any more money grabs. I'm not doing any more movies that's like, oh, he clearly just did this movie for a check. I'm not doing any of those. Only when it's right. And this thing took 4 years to get right.
Have your kids seen the original?
Oh yeah, everybody. Coming to America is part of it became part of the culture. Of all the movies that I've done, it's the only movie where, like on Halloween, people get dressed up as characters from Coming to America, and no one gets dressed up as Axel Foley or from Beverly Hills Cop on Halloween. Coming to America became a real cult movie. Like there's a restaurant on Halloween that changes itself into the McDowell's restaurant. They change the menu, and they have like sexual chocolate shakes on their menu, and little words or catchphrases from the movie. A sexual chocolate kind of worked its way into the culture. And more than anything, the mic drop. People do the mic drop. The very first mic drop, the inventor of the mic drop is Randy Watson in Coming to America.
Wow.
Yeah, Randy. So it's like Coming to America is like it became part of the culture. So yes, absolutely, my kids have seen it. Everybody, it's like it's one of those movies that you grow up. African Americans, you kind of grow up with it.
And in fact, your daughter Bella is in the movie playing one of your daughters of Prince Hakeem.
Yes, my daughter, my 19-year-old actress daughter, is playing one of my warrior princess daughters, and does a
And
job.
what was that? What kind of pride was that like for you?
I, I can't even put into words, Al. You know, if you have children, your child, you go see your child do like a little thing, a school play, and your heart will burst with pride. To look over on the set and know that my little baby girl auditioned for this role and got this role, and she's doing a great job. And it's seeing her, I had the big, giant, proud papa moment every day. Every day, so proud of her.
If you had to pick one film that represents the legacy of Eddie Murphy, would it be Coming to America?
It wouldn't be a film at all. My legacy is not my work. My legacy is my children.
Hmm.
My legacy is not what I do for a living, or that what I did as an artist. That's not my legacy. My legacy are these 10 human beings that I brought into this world.
If this Eddie Murphy had met the Eddie Murphy of Raw, would he be surprised at your answer?
Yeah, because I didn't have no kids when I did Raw.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, your legacy. What kid you talking about? 10 kids since then. Yeah. Now, if you want to say, like I said, my legacy is my children. If you want to say, if I took one movie of mine that represented me the most, I would say Nutty Professor, the first Nutty Professor. Because that shows that's doing all the stuff and different characters, and it's like everything that I do is in that movie.
In doing this film, when you sat back and you watched it, was it everything? Is it everything you wanted it to be?
The second one?
Yes, this
absolutely, absolutely. I feel Craig Brewer and the cast, everyone, we cracked the ball out of the park. I feel like we captured the spirit of the original movie, and we took it even to another level. And it's amazing production, incredible looking film. It's incredibly directed. It's just absolutely exceeded all expectations.
When you do something like that, you've done the sequel now, and now you're working on Beverly Hills Cop 4. Does that in a sense bolster you to say, we know we can do this. We can take a movie that we've been away from this for a while, and it's beloved, and we've got to go back in and do better than we did the first time?
I knew that there were fans of the picture, and that the movie had to be a certain, it had to be good and funny. But I was bolstered from the start. I've been bolstered since I got into this business. I'm always moving forward. I'm always trying to do good work and move forward. I shouldn't say always, because I've had times when I was just getting a check, but I do my best work when that's a good way. I do my best work when I am moving forward and I'm engaged in what I'm doing. I'm excited about what I'm doing. And that's how I was with this picture. And we got like that because we worked on the script so long. It was over the years the script turned into. It was probably 3 years before it was like, hey, I think we got something here.
And I could be, talking through my hat, but I've known you for a long time. I've gotten to interview you over the years. I would say that in this last 12 months, 18 months, when we've talked, you seem more excited, more engaged, more in your zone than I think I've seen you in a long time.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when I talked to you for Dolomite, you were, it just there in getting ready to do SNL, you've been more, and not like you haven't been excited before, but you're at a place right now, and, talking about being a dad, and, we talked about that before. You just seem, and you're mentoring people, these young actors. It seems like you're in a really great spot right now.
I'm in a great spot. I'm totally, and creatively and personally, I'm in a great spot. And I like everyone else. I've been home with the family for the last year. I haven't gone anywhere. I've been sheltering and staying safe, and recharging my batteries just like everybody else. And I'm in a great place.
How tough was it? You talk about the pandemic. How difficult was it doing this movie during this time?
Well, the film, we ended we wrapped on Coming to America in December of 2019. So right after we finished, it was like 2-3 months later, all of this stuff happened. So we missed it during the production.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. And I was thinking we had just went out and did an SNL and did all that stuff, was doing all this press. We almost were right in the middle of it. We missed it by like a couple of months.
Wow. But you've gotten through the pandemic. What have you learned during the pandemic?
What have I learned? So much. Not just one thing. It's not so much that you learn anything as you realize stuff you already know. You realize stuff that, a bunch of stuff. You come to the realization about a bunch of different things. But the thing that I got the most out of it is it's just this concentrated time with my family. And it's like you can't be around other people. You can only do with the people that's in your family you can be around. So it's really like, all those all the lines of communication got strengthened with everybody, because everybody's right there. Everybody's right there.
That could be a double-edged sword sometimes.
Well, I haven't felt the other side of the sword yet.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.